Example 6 is a whole lot harder because this is LRM, and it always ends up being more complicated. So once again, we have this span of 4 units, which we know we're going to divide into n rectangles. So I don't really know how wide each rectangle is going to be, but I do know that this is going to be a left-hand approximation. So again, the left hand of every subinterval is what will dictate the height of the rectangle. And if we look at the rectangles that we have, so let's sort of make a little arrangement here. For our first rectangle, well, the x value that we're using is 1. For the second rectangle, though, right, I just have taken one step to the right, and I end up with the x value that I'm going to use for the height of my next rectangle. So that's 1, right, plus I took a single step to the right. For my third rectangle, I've taken 2 steps to the right in order to get to the x value that I'm going to use for my height. So that's 1 plus 2 times delta x. And likewise for my fourth rectangle, 1, 2, I've taken 3 steps to the right. So now I'm seeing the pattern for my kth rectangle. I will have 1 plus, this is going to be k minus 1 times delta x. And this is going to make all the trouble that we're going to have here. So let's know that we're going to take the sum of the area of rectangles. In fact, we're going to have n rectangles. K goes from 1 to n. We know the area of a rectangle is base times height. Our base, in fact, is our delta x, which we know again is going to be 4 over n. So the base is 4 over n. The height is going to be, well, f of 1 plus k minus 1 times delta x. Okay, so once again, here we're plugging in, plug in x in terms of k. And now let's plug in our delta x. So this is going to be 4 over n. We're going to have times f of 1 plus k minus 1 times 4 over n. So now we've gotten rid of delta x. Now we know that our function is x squared plus 3. So this is going to go in for our x squared. Right? So f of x is x squared plus 3. So this is where all that stuff is going to go. So we're going to have 4 over n, and this is just going to give us 1 plus k minus 1 times 4 all over n squared plus 3. And there's our expression waiting to be worked out. And make sure you're doing this, you're crossing all your T's and dotting your I's.